Tuesday, July 29th, 2015. This is a meeting of the Commissioners' Coversheet Review Committee appointed pursuant to the Board's designated petition rules to review amended cover sheets filed in response to non-compliance notices. Commissioners Frederick Humane, Republican of New York County, and Alan Shulkin, Democrat of New York County, have been designated to serve as the committee. Larry, if you would present the first one.
On my first case, on a cover sheet and schedule claimed at page 19 on the petition for the candidate. The candidate was not listed there, and an amendment was filed removing page 19 from the schedule.
Commissioner, this came to our attention because of over-designation in Manhattan, the staff reviewed the entire petition to make sure that the claims on the cover sheet matched where they had multiple candidates. In this case, it's been corrected.
19, so
It was
2023.
So we think that's a valid
The only thing I'll point out, Steve, is that they had filed two amended cover sheets exactly alike, but the signatures are slightly different, so in effect, you've got
Doesn't make a difference.
two of the same.
It's the same, it's at exactly the same time.
These were received on time?
Yeah, these were within 3 days of the notice, 3 business days.
So this only applies to
To Dolores Eden, yes, she was the only one who got the NCN notice.
So would the rest of this,
The rest of the schedule was accurate.
okay. An argument could be made that this is the amended cover sheet that refers to the schedule attached.
No, it
So-
isn't, because it says the name of the candidate, see attached schedule, and the address, so here's the schedule.
Okay, so the fact that the rest of the schedule wasn't
The
attached.
notice,
is not-
if you have the notice only referred to the one candidate, Dolores Eden. You have the
Okay,
non-compliance
then it's
notice.
fine.
It was specifically addressed for one candidate.
Okay.
So, I don't think it makes a difference, it's the exact same cover sheet.
So the rest of the 70th is off?
No, there were other parts in the 70th, and some of it will be dealt with tomorrow because it's an over-designation, a large portion of that.
And the 70th?
No.
72nd.
72nd and 70th or 71st, I forget what they told me.
65th.
The 65th looked like it was.
So we'll see, but there were other problems over there, but either they cured it or did not cure it
But
based.
isn't that the one with Lee Johnson?
What? That's definitely small.
Oh, just the judicial.
This was a single one, only because they were reviewing the actual petition because they thought there were potential over-designations.
Or your Republican town?
No, it's a $5 pen.
I know.
People who do transactional stuff don't use expensive pens because they disappear into people. Litigators, on the other hand, have very expensive pens because they never give up their pen. Or Mr. Richmond has 4 pens, but that's,
They're all board pens.
One is a good.
They're very bored.
On the nice end.
That's from the Jockey Club.
But you never have him to use something. He just keeps it in his hand.
it's only when he's hoarse.
What do you got next?
This is similar, it's correcting a similar defect. Petition page 127 was listed on the original schedule, but not on the petition, and an amended schedule was filed
Also the 70th part.
removing 127.
Just the page. huh?
And the notice was only for the one candidate.
Yeah.
But in this case, they followed the whole schedule.
Is now with the petition, this one just like that?
What?
Anything?
This is volume 100, there's a different, yeah, there's a separate defect. No, it's same, that, they had a page numbering defect as well.
The one that he didn't have the
You
original?
don't have the original. But that was the specific notice, they had the wrong page when they went through checking the CRU. They didn't want to just put anyone on the over-designation list based on a cover sheet.
Well, what about this candidate's address does not appear on said page?
Right, that's the page they deleted.
So the
Page
name, so the
127.
neither the name nor the address.
Right, so she's no longer on 127, they don't claim 127.
Okay.
This is the one I'm thinking, legend, this address.
Oh,
Nice company.
yeah. No, ooh.
What'd you do?
I put the wrong one on.
Too long a day for me.
Trying to hang him. or put on the top, or we say put on the front page.
I figured that's the one that had the schedule, but we'll mark it up for them. And I will let CIU know it was an error on my part. They did, that's HR there. And where's the one bad one which they didn't fix?
The one that they'll address tomorrow.
Well, no, there was one I thought that they,
Yes, yeah,
that they still left her on the page.
that's right.
That they never, the problem was, is that this really needed a printer's letter, and instead, they gave us the same repeated designation. The address on the cover sheet didn't match the address on the page 124, the petition for Anna Perez. And for Anna Perez, they repeated the exact same materials.
And I guess the issue is that they renumbered petition number 100, which
But even even when the original, this is the one thing, our address here on page one was 268 West 117th Street. Apartment 1, it's apartment 2A on the schedule. Right. But, and here, and it's not a valid cure commission because they're still claiming the same 2 pages and the same discrepancy between apartment numbers. It's still, this here is 2A, and there's one on the petition.
So that the apartment number is the only error?
We have between the petition and the cover sheet.
And so you want to throw out the petition?
Well, because they never cured it. It's still, if you look at the schedule, it matches the exact, they repeated the exact same error.
So what do you say on the bottom?
That one candidate.
All right, one candidate.
You know, there's a strong argument to make that if they have the right address, although there's an issue, there's one thing if you take off if you don't include the apartment number, and it's another thing if you put the wrong one, because then it's more likely not to get where it's supposed to go.
And we gave them the notice that the
The apartment number is wrong, you say?
yeah, well, no, it doesn't match. The
They're
original
two
cover
different
sheet
apartment numbers.
was apartment 2A, the petition has apartment 1.
Oh, okay.
And we gave them notice saying that the address on the cover sheet doesn't match the address on the petition page 124. When they gave us the amended cure, they repeated the exact same 2A. The petition still says 1A. So if 2A was correct, the petition was wrong, that's why if the printers are, they may have cured it. I don't, again, I don't see how this addressed what we gave the notice or what the defect was. It would only affect the one candidate.
It's the county committee?
Yeah,
Is it county committee or district leader?
county committee. Anna Perez is the 87th election district, and the 70th assembly district. It's county committee, yes.
County committee, I'm sorry, I misread it.
And we'll send an email to Manhattan to make sure they bring petition 100. And maybe we'll do this.
I think they're supposed to bring everything.
I hope they do,
That would be
but
everything.
if there's no spec, they wouldn't bring it.
Right, I think that's subject to
So
special.
we'll send them email to Greg Lehman and William Allen, telling them to bring that petition as well, and we'll batch it up in the morning. Let them come a little earlier, they'll get a team and make sure that they didn't play games with the petitions. All right? So this year, let's make a copy of the 2 pages and give it to them. Okay, we'll go upstairs, let's get into the CIU. Thank you, Commissioners. That concludes the cover sheet review meeting for today.